Hi, welcome to pibyme Maths. I'm Devan. In this video, we are going to be solving May-June 2025 Pure Math 2 Pastpaper. Let's look at question number 1. Find the first 4 terms in ascending powers of x of the binomial expansion of 1 minus 4x to the power 7, giving each term in its simplest form. It's a 4-mark question. If you look at the data booklet, there is a formula for the binomial expansion is given in the data booklet. So we are going to apply the binomial expansion by taking 1 as the first term, minus 4x as the second term, 7 as power n. So the formula is a power n plus nc1. You can write this way also, both are correct. A power n minus 1, b is the second term, power 1. nc2, a power n minus 2, second term, power 2. nc3, a power n minus 3, second term, power 3. They want 4 terms, we got 4 terms already. So 1 power anything is 1. 7c1 is 7, 7 4s are 28, so you'll get minus 28x. 7c2 is probably 21 plus 21 times 16x square, and then 7c3 is minus 35. Why I put minus? Because when you cube it, you are going to get a minus sign here, so I move the minus as a common minus here, times 4 cube x cube plus etc. So times 4 cube is 2240. So it's 1 minus 28x plus 21 times 16. Okay, this is 2240 x cubed. 21 times 16 is 336 x square minus. That's all. It's a 4-mark question. Part B now. In the series expansion of this 5 plus kx times this, the coefficient of x square is this. Find the value of k. So I'm going to write 5 plus kx as it is. Instead of this, I'm going to use the binomial expansion from part A, which is 1 minus 28x plus 336x square minus 2240x cube plus etc. You don't have to multiply every single term and open the bracket. You need to just look for x square after opening the bracket. So when you multiply 5 by this, you will get x square. Kx by this will give you x square. So it's going to be 5 times 336 and then minus k times 28. This is given as 1316. Make k as a subject. So it's going to be 1316 minus, or it's 5 times 336. 5 times 336 minus 1316 divided by 28. K is equal to 30. Just a 2-mark question. Question number 2. The line joining the points is the diameter of a circle. Okay, let me just draw a circle. You have a line joining these 2 points, 4, 15 and minus 2, 5. That's the diameter, so you need the center, which is a midpoint. So center is minus 2 plus 4 over 2, 5 plus 15 over 2. So you will get 2 over 2 is 1, 20 over 2 is 10. That's the center, 1, 10. Now to find the radius, you can either find the distance between these 2 points or these 2 points, or you can also find the distance between these 2 points and divide by 2. So r is square root of, I'm taking these 2 points, x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. But to write, okay, anyway, write it as square root of 3 square is 9, 5 square is 25, 34. You can write the equation of the circle using this center and radius So the equation is x minus 1 whole square plus y minus 10 whole square is equal to r square, not r square is 34. That's the equation of the circle. Let's look at part B. Hence find the exact coordinates of the point on C that is nearest the x-axis. Okay, I'm gonna draw the circle first. The center is at 1, 10. The radius is square root of 34. So let's find the value of square root of 34. It's 5 point something. Okay. So, but the y coordinate is 10, so definitely the x-axis will be somewhere here. How do I know? Because this length is only 5 point something, but the total length should be 10, right? Because of the y coordinate is 10. And the x coordinate is 1. So the y-axis should be somewhere here, because the distance from y-axis to this point is just 1 unit. Means this is 1, this is 10, this is origin. Now listen me carefully. They're talking about the point that is closest to x-axis. You need to find a point on the circle that lies on the circle but closest to x-axis. So definitely the closest point will be down here. Actually, if you draw a tangent here and a perpendicular line from the center, this will be the exact point. How do we find the coordinates? Definitely the x coordinate is 1. The y coordinate is total length, which is 10 minus this. So you'll get 10 minus square root of 34, right? So you don't need to show any working. You can just write 1, 10 minus square root of 34. That's all. Question number 3. We have a diagram given, a curve with 2 points. Figure 1 shows a sketch of the curve y is equal to 3x plus 16 over x square. Y is equal to 3x plus 16x power minus 2 minus 8. There are 2 points also given. Region R shown shaded in figure is bounded by curve and the line segment PQ, as you can see here. They want us to use integration to find the region R. Okay. If you integrate the curve from 1 to 4 using the x coordinates of the points, you will get the area below the curve. This area. When you integrate the curve. That's what we are going to do first, okay? And then you find the area of this trapezium. So you will get this whole area using the formula for area of trapezium, and then minus them, you will get the region R. So first to integrate, I'm going to call it area 1, area below the curve. Below the curve. I'm going to call it A1 is equal to integral 1 to 4 3x plus 16x power minus 2 minus 8 dx. So you're going to get 3x square over 2 x power minus 1 over minus 1, which is minus 16x power minus 1, or you can write it as minus 16 over x minus 8x 1 to 4. Let's calculate this area first. So A1 is equal to, sub in the upper limit, 4 square over 2. 4 square is 16 over 2 is 8. 8 3s are 24 minus 16 over 4 minus 4 8s are 32. That's upper limit minus. Sub in lower limit, you will get 3 over 2 minus 16 minus 8. Let's calculate this now. So 24 minus 4 minus 32. Which is minus 12. 4 square is 16 over 2 is 8. 8 3s are 24. 16 over 4 is 4. 8 4s are 32. Minus 12, and then minus 3 over 2. Negative times negative plus 24. 16 plus 8 is 24. We get 21 over 2. That's the area below the curve. Now we need to find the area of the trapezium. This length is 11, the y coordinate, here the y coordinate is 5, the distance between them is 4, minus 1, 3. So the area of the trapezium, I'm going to call it A2, is half times A plus B, the length of the parallel sides, times the distance between them, 4 minus 1. This is 16 over 2, you will get 24. Therefore, the required region R is A2, the bigger area minus the area below the curve. So 24 minus 21 over 2, which is 48 minus 21 is 27 over 2 square units. That's all. Question number 4. We have a function given, that is a and b here, two unknowns. Given that x plus 3 is a factor, show that b is this. If x plus 3 is a factor, if you replace x by minus 3 into the function, you will get 0. So replace x by minus 3 here. A times x cube, b times x square, 5 times x minus 3 is 0. So minus 27a plus 9b minus 15 minus 18 is 0. Divide everything throughout by 9, maybe minus 9. You will get 3a minus b plus 2 is 0. Therefore, b is equal to 3a plus 2. That's just a 2-mark question. Given further that f of x is divided by 2x minus 1 and the remainder is 7 over 4. So using the remainder theorem, if 2x minus 1 is a divisor, equate it to 0. So x is 1 over 2. So if you sub in 1 over 2 into the function, you will get the remainder 7 over. So sub in the place of x into the function, ax cube plus bx square plus 5x, that's a function, right? 5x minus 3, and this will be equal to 7 over 4. So that's going to be a over 8 plus b over 4 plus 5 over 2 minus 3 is 7 over 4. I'm going to multiply throughout by 8. So I will get a plus 2b. When you multiply this by 8, 5 8s are 40 divided by 2 is 20. Minus 3 8s are 24 is, when you divide by 8, you will get 14. So you will get the second equation, a plus 2b is equal to 18. Take this as equation 1. Okay, equation 1, you can just write it here. Put this maybe b this side, 2 this side. Equation 1 is 3a minus b is equal to minus 2. And then solve the simultaneous equations. I'm going to multiply the first equation by 2. You don't need to do all this thing. Just sub in b is equal to 3a plus 2 from the first equation here. You'll get a plus 2b, which is 6a plus 4 is 18. 7a is equal to 14, a is equal to 2, sub in into any one of the equation, you will get b is equal to 18 minus 2 is 16, 8. That's all. 4-mark question. Part C now. Use algebra to find the quotient and remainder when f of x is divided by x minus 2. Okay, let's write f of x first. F of x is ax cube. We know a is 2. Plus bx square plus 5x minus 3. We are going to divide this function by x minus 2 using long division method. 2x cube plus 8x square plus 5x minus 3, and then put the divisor here, x minus 2. So when you multiply by 2x square, you will get 2x cube minus 4x square. Change the sign, this will be cancelled. You will get 12x square, bring down the next term, 5x. Multiply by 12x, take this 12x and multiply this. You'll get 12x square minus 24x. Invert the sign, This will be cancelled. You'll get 29x, bring down the next term, minus 3. So multiply by 29, take 29 and multiply this, you'll get 29x minus 40, 58. Change the sign, you'll get 53. Therefore, quotient is this actually, 2x square plus 12x plus 29. Remainder is 55. 58 minus 3 is 55. That's all. Question number 5. The table above shows corresponding values of x and y for this function. The values are given to 3 decimal places. Okay, fine. Using trapezium rule, with all the values of y in the table, obtain an estimation for this. So integral minus 2 to 7 3 times half power x dx. They want us to calculate this using trapezium rule. The first thing you need to do is you need to write h, otherwise you will lose a mark. H is basically the common difference here. It's 1.5, right? That's the value of h, or the width of each trapezium. So let me just paste the table here first. These are all the table values. Let me just keep it here. How do we apply the trapezium rule? The rule is this. It's there in the data booklet. H over 2 times the first and last values of y. 12 plus 0.023 plus 2 times sum of the rest of the values of y. 4.243, 1.5, 0.530, 0.188, 0.066. That's all. Just calculate this value. So when you sub in everything in your calculator at one go, you have to be very careful. I notice that many students are making mistake not in the trapezium rule when they enter, but when they enter the values in the calculator. So you need to be very careful. So 1.5, you can do this way also. First you can sum up these values. Okay. So 4.243 plus 1.5 plus 0.530 plus 0.188 plus 0.066. Okay. Times it by 2. Times 2, and then add these two values now, plus 12 plus 0.023, and then times it by 1.5 over 2 times 1.5 over 2. They want the answer to 1 decimal place, so it's 18.8 is the answer. So you will be usually given 3 marks for this trapezium rule. You will be given 1 mark for the value of h, 1 mark for the working, 1 mark for the final answer. Let's look at part B. Use your answer to part A. Answer to part A is this. Integral minus 2 to 7, 3 times half power x dx is 18.8. Is the function correct? Yes. Now they want us to calculate this now. So I'm going to take the first one. We need only 1 over 2 power x times 3, not power x plus 2. So I'm going to split it. So I'm going to write it as 3 times 1 over 2 to the power x times 1 over 2 to the power 2 dx. And then 1 over 2 square is 1 over 4. I'm going to keep it outside. Integral 3 times 1 over 2 power x dx. If you are wondering why I'm doing this, so that I can insert the value here. So 1 over 4 times 18.8. So here we don't use the actual value because they want us to use the answer from part A, which is 18.8 times 1 over 4. 4.7 is the answer. Let's look at double I now. You have 2 power minus x plus 2x. You need to write it in this format. 2 power minus x is same as, we can just write it here, 2 power minus x is same as 1 over 2 power positive x, which is same as 1 over 2 power x, right? So I'm going to split the integral minus 2 to 7. The first one is 1 over 2 power x dx. The second one is integral 2x dx. For the second one, it's just a normal integral. It becomes x square minus 2 to 7. For the first one, to use this value, we need to have 3 there, right? So I'm going to divide this and multiply by 3. 3 times half power x dx. So I can write it as 1 over 3 times, use the value from part A, plus here x square, 7 square, minus 2 square. So 18.8 over 3 plus 45, 769 over 15. If we change it to decimal, it's a recurring decimal, so leave it as it is, or go back and read the question. They want us to find a method clear estimate, so leave it as it is in the exact form. If you want to write the decimal, you need to round it to 3 significant figure, but I would prefer this exact value. That's all.